Hello everyone, Bodum11716, back again. And it's pretty exciting now because I finally have my new house. It's been a year and a half since I've made a year and a couple months since I made my previous update video. And it's funny, that was actually when I was in Nevada. So back in Wisconsin, in my own house. My house is in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin. I've lived in Kenosha in an apartment and Oak Creek in an apartment, so now I finally have my own house. And it's funny, like the last, I think 3 videos, I'm like, oh, I hope my next video I can be in my own house. Well, I finally am in June 22nd, 2025. So this isn't like the first day I'm in my house. I actually moved in early April, or mid-April. I've been in the house for a little over 2 months, like 2 months and a week or something. But it's finally nice because I know I've been talking about it for so long. Finally getting a house. Now I have one. And I'm going to give like a house tour at the end of the video. I just wanted to do a quick update in the beginning and then get into some of the house stuff. So last video, like I said, I was in Nevada for work. I was out there for 4 months. During that video, I was in like month 3. So I was out there doing kind of like a work assignment, helping out with operations over there. That was early 2024, so it was January 2nd, 2024, I went out there, and then I came back to the Midwest in early April, so almost exactly 4 months. And I was kind of debating if I would like stay out there and live out there permanently because the branch manager kind of offered it to me out there, but I ultimately decided I'd rather not live out there. Not that I wouldn't like it. I mean, the mountains were beautiful. I like the people and stuff, but it's just obviously a huge commitment to move out to a completely different part of the country where you don't really know many people. And it was also Reno, so the job market wasn't nearly as good as like between Milwaukee and Chicago where I am now, where there's many more jobs. So if that position didn't work out or I wanted something else, it would have been a lot harder. So I decided I would not move out there and I'd stay around here for those reasons. So I think I made the right decision. Plus now obviously I have a house, so that's definitely a big win, I think. So that was last video in Nevada and now back in Wisconsin. So what else is new? Since then I got a promotion. So shortly after I came back to the Midwest from that Nevada assignment, I came back and then I got promoted to a Senior Financial Analyst almost exactly a year ago. So I think it was June of 2024. So I've been a Senior Financial Analyst for about a year now, which is nice. Other than that, like not too much has changed with work. I don't have the Nevada branch anymore, so I actually went out there last month with someone else on the team and I'm passing the branch off to him essentially. So he's going to be doing that and I'm going to be in more of like an ad hoc project-based role for work versus doing like the recurring budgeting, forecasting for that branch, which I've been doing in the past. But now with my tenure, I can be utilized more for like the ad hoc special project, stuff like that at our company. So excited for that, but other than that, I'm still doing a lot of the same stuff at work. And right now is a pretty busy season doing like forecasting and all that kind of thing. So that's kind of the work update. Running, so after that last video I uploaded last year, I said I was going to run a half marathon in that video, never did. I think there was just like overlap because it would have been like a couple days after I was supposed to fly back to the Midwest is when that half marathon was. So it just didn't make sense for me to do it out there in Reno, so never did that. But I ended up doing 2 marathons last year. I did the Milwaukee Marathon and the Madison, Wisconsin Marathon. So Milwaukee, I believe, was October, and they were like a month apart, or like a month and 2 weeks apart. So I think Milwaukee was first, and that was October, I want to say, and then Madison was a month later in November. So my whole goal for a marathon was sub 4 hours, and Milwaukee, unfortunately, I didn't do it. I was like 4 hours and like a minute or 2 minutes or something. I just barely missed it, so that was pretty devastating. But luckily, I'd already signed up for the Madison Marathon in anticipation that if I didn't get the sub 4 hour in Milwaukee, I would do it in Madison because Milwaukee's a really tough course. It's a lot of hills. There's it's called the Hone Bridge because I've done I did the Milwaukee Marathon the year prior as well. So it's called the Home Bridge, and it's just like a really steep uphill, and you have to go there and back. So the first few miles The bridge is like only like a couple miles in. So you go run a couple miles, go up the bridge, and it's very like there's no shade or anything. And it's usually really hot. So you go up the bridge, and then you run around many miles, and then towards the end of the race, you go back over the bridge, and it's like, I don't know, like a mile long or something. So it is just brutal. So that's a tough course. So I signed up for Madison in anticipation that I wouldn't get it. So Madison isn't a great course either. It's very hilly, and I'm not good at hills, but I was just feeling really good that day, and I actually got like, I think it was a 3 hours 52 minutes. So crushed the sub 4 hour goal, and I think for now I'm done with marathons. So I did those 2 marathons last year, and don't really plan on doing anything in the future. Could change, but right now I'm doing 5Ks. So I want to get a sub 20 5K, sub 20 minute 5K, which I've never done before. So that's my next goal. Running a 5K next month, so maybe I can do it. I don't think I will. I've been kind of behind on my training. I'm currently at like a 21 minute if I went all out, I would say. So definitely have some training to do the sub 20 minute 5K, but that's my next running goal. So I think super long distances like marathons, I think I'm probably done with that, at least for a while. Might do like a half marathon or something here and there, but probably no more marathons for the foreseeable future. Feet, in terms of plantar fasciitis, not doing great. They're still hurting, but I think I said in my last video, that's just something I'll kind of deal with for my whole life, unless I get like surgery or something. I don't really care. It's just like a little pain here and there. It's not nearly as bad as I once had it back in like, when was that, 2021 or 2022 when I first got it. So it's still a lot better than that, but it's definitely still painful when I run like fast or something, or long distance, stuff like that. Even though I have like good shoes, good cushion, good support, still none of that is really fully working. So I might actually have to just get it professionally like handled with, I don't know if it's surgery or steroid shots or something like that. But like I said, I think I'll just deal with it. Not the end of the world. I'll keep running on it. That's my kind of running updates. What else have I been up to? Playing a lot of Deadlock, so I'll show the PC that I built, but it's a game called Deadlock. Actually, the last like 10 uploads on my channel have been all of Deadlock, so probably don't need to say too much about that, but really fun game, and currently in early alpha. I think the first time I played the game was like last October, because I know last time I was in Nevada I hadn't played it yet, so I think it came out like only a year ago or something, but it's still not fully released. Like I said, it's early alpha, so you have to get like a code to even play it from someone who currently has the game, and I got the code from my friend, so been really enjoying that game. I don't know what it is. It's like a mixture of, it's like a shooter, MOBA, kind of like an Overwatch style animation, and the movement is just so satisfying with like the jumping and the double jumps and like the sliding. It's just really satisfying and a fun game. I've really been addicted to it, so I play almost every day. Sometimes I don't play if it's like a long day at work or something, but I play almost every day. And I don't really play any other games. Maybe occasionally like with a friend I'll play COD or Fortnite or something like that, but primarily it's just Deadlock. So that's been super fun, and like I said, I built a PC, which I'll show in a little bit, but it's a really good, really solid PC, a lot better than the laptop I've been playing on in the past. So that's been fun. Otherwise, like Donald Trump is in office, and he's been very into like tariffs right now, which affects our company. So I've been doing a lot of like tariff stuff for that. China tariffs, reciprocal tariffs on other countries are currently paused. They were like 30%, but now they're down to like 10%. So that pause ends in, I think, July 9th if deals aren't made. So tariffs could go back up, which means I have to quantify a lot more impact. So I'm like the main person at my company quantifying these kinds of things. So that's why my work has been really busy with trying to forecast this kind of stuff out. No one knows what Trump's going to do. So that's been interesting and eating up a lot of my time. Israel and Iran are currently in, I guess, a war, you could say, bombing each other. Some of the Iranian rockets have gone past the Israeli Iron Dome system and actually have hit like civilians in Tel Aviv and stuff. So the U.S. actually, I think, intervened. I was reading yesterday or maybe 2 days ago or something, and the U.S. actually bombed like 3 Iranian nuclear facilities or something like that. I didn't read much on it because I try and like relax on my weekends and not pay attention to that kind of thing. It's Sunday right now, by the way. But I think that just happened. So now the U.S. is like officially involved, which doesn't sound good, but we'll see how that all plays out. So yeah, definitely a lot of things going on in like geopolitics right now. And then obviously Russia, Ukraine is going on still, and Israel and Gaza are still going at it. India and Pakistan was recent, I think like a month or two ago, but I think they're resolved, or I don't think there's a war at least anymore. There was like a bombing or something. I don't know. There's a ton of stuff just like going on in the world right now. So that's kind of interesting, and we'll see how that all plays out. Other than that, I want to get a dog soon. So I was waiting on a dog to get a new house. I didn't want like an apartment with a dog. That doesn't sound good for either me or the dog. But now that I have a house, I've really been considering getting a dog, maybe like a German Shepherd. I really like German Shepherds. My dad had one, and that was a great German Shepherd. So thinking of maybe getting one either this summer or next summer. There's still a lot of that I have to like research and do and prepare for, I think, before I want to actually get a dog. But that's definitely something I've been looking into. Still deciding the timeline on that. I want to get my house a little more situated. There are a few more things I want to do with my house before I would take on a responsibility like that. But that's definitely something I want to do. And then other than that, I've been like cooking a decent amount, obviously, because I have my own place. So I've been like making like rice, chicken, bean, summer sausage dinners. I've been like meal prepping that every Sunday, kind of eating that throughout the week. And then sometimes I just make like pasta or spaghetti, or like I've been making like protein shakes too, with like ice cream, peanut butter, oatmeal, walnuts, milk, and some chocolate sauce. Those are so good. I've been making those like my whole life, and they're kind of healthy too, because I throw in like the peanut butter and the oatmeal and the walnuts, so it's not just like a straight up milkshake. It's like a protein milkshake, so I kind of justify that a little more by throwing those healthier items in. So that's good. And then I make like pizza and calzones maybe once a week or something like that. I have a grill, which when I do the house tour, I'll go out there, but I haven't grilled yet. It's a charcoal grill, but I want to start grilling some stuff maybe soon. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the life update. Yeah, I think it's just getting my house in order, getting everything set up. I've been in here like 2 months now, so I kind of need to get on top of that. I've been kind of lazy, but I got a decent amount set up. But 2 months, I wish I had a little more set up. So a few more things I want to do, but I think we can get into the house tour now. It's very hot, by the way, so I have like my fan going and all that. 12 minutes, cool. So this is like the living room area, you could say. So I eventually want a couch there, and then a TV mounted there. As you can see, there are like some holes in the walls from the previous owners with their mount. And then this is my PC setup. So we got I'll turn it on. Got the PC build right here. The RGB fans, pretty nice. The Gigabyte GeForce RTX, it's a 5070 GPU. I have a Ryzen 7 series CPU. Got the radiators up there. It's a 32 gig dual channel RAM setup. What else? 2 terabyte SSD. I think the whole thing costs like I want to say like 1.2K for the whole setup, which isn't too bad, I don't think. It's not like the best PC in the world, but for me it's very good, and I think for a lot of people it's actually on the higher end. I'm not sure, but pretty solid setup in my opinion, especially since, like I said, I was just on like a gaming laptop, which was like a $600 one. Got the RGB keyboard. This was literally only like $15, and I really like it. It was supposed to just be temporary, but I think I'm gonna keep it for a while. I got the mouse set up, and I got the desk and all that's there. Just some cluttered stuff. My family visited yesterday, so they gave me some flowers in a vase, which was nice. Let's see, so like I said, it's still like kind of messy, and I want to get it more set up, but I'll do that in the future. All right, before I go in the kitchen, let's just go over here. So here's the front door. I can open this briefly. There's the outside area. Very hot. It's like 95 degrees today, so brutal out there. Some closet space. Let me turn on the light. Closet space in there. More closet space in here. It's a 2-bedroom house, by the way, 1.3K square foot. So this is the first bedroom. Closet here. I kind of just use this as like a VR There's a paper shredder there for like documents that I don't want. But there's VR, so if I want a room and space with a lot of area to like wave my arms around and stuff, play 11 table tennis, my favorite game, I can do that in here. Haven't played a ton of it because I've been just so busy and stuff, and when I get home from work I don't want to do a bunch of exercise, so usually don't play it, but sometimes I do. This is my room, call it the master bedroom. Pretty basic nightstand, bed, and like a little dresser thing over there, and then the closet. Yeah, not too much to note in there. I think both the rooms are the same size-ish, by the way. This one my room might be a little bigger, but I just chose to use this one, even though I could have used that one, I guess, if they're about the same size. Bathroom, very, very basic, standard bathroom. The funny thing is, like my height, the camera's currently on my head, so can't even see myself in the mirror, unfortunately, so I have to actually like duck down to see myself, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, I'm 6'4", so I'm definitely taller than the average bathroom is designed for. But yeah, pretty basic bathroom. It's a 2 bathroom, so that's bathroom number 1. Bathroom number 2 is down in the basement, which I will go to in a second. Let's push forth into the kitchen. Pretty solid kitchen area. I like it. It's got a nice window, it's very windy out there right now. Wow. You can see the hummingbird feeder out there, kind of, I set that up like 2 weeks ago. It's kind of flying around in the wind right now, but yeah, the appliances came with the house. They're pretty new and I like them. We got the range here, gas range, so it's not electric. Oven. This is a beast of a refrigerator and freezer, so plenty of room in there. I got a lot of stuff filled up. That lunchly in the back, by the way, if you can see that behind the milk, that I got that as a joke. I don't actually eat that. I've never had it. I just had to buy it once for the memes. And then the freezer, which I have a ton of stuff in here. Yeah, just kidding. I have frozen fruit and 3 frozen water bottles. So yeah, haven't really used that much. Oh yeah, and then really it's just like down here I have like the coffee maker that I use a lot of mornings. That's nice. Blender that I use for my milkshakes. And then yeah, the other drawers and stuff are just basically plates and forks and all that. Kitchen table, got that set up. Very small, but it's a small kitchen, so it does the job for me. Otherwise there's really not much here in this, I guess, dining room area. I could put something over here, but I don't know, just don't need it. So have that there, and I think that's good enough for now at least. And then another kind of angle of the outdoor. You can see that, pretty nice. Let me close my tripod really quick. So that is the outdoor area, and I'll go out there in a second. So like I mentioned, it's like 95 degrees, so basement's really cold. Currently the thermostat isn't working. There's like a wire that is not right with it or something like that. So what I'm doing is I'm pumping up the cold air from the basement with that fan. It's blowing up there, and it actually works very well to cool the house, because my family came yesterday and I'm like, yeah, the AC isn't even on, and it's all that just pumping up the cold air from the basement. So that is definitely advice that I would give anyone if they want like free AC and they have a basement and a fan that they could do. So yeah, there's a bar over there, but don't have much done with the basement right now. Just hung up this little I don't know, inflatable dartboard that my mother gifted me like 2 years ago. Oh no, it didn't stick. Come on. I'm doing this left-handed, by the way. Okay, there we go. 100 points. Bar over here. Some alcohol there that I don't drink. Refrigerator that I don't use, not even plugged in. Then over here we have washer, dryer, typical basement stuff. Furnace over there that I can't use because the thermostat isn't working, but don't need to use anyway. And then over here, just a bunch of storage and boxes and stuff like that. Luckily, the shelving, all this came with the house, so very lucky for that I didn't need to like buy that myself. And then this is bathroom number 2, which honestly I've never used. Been in here like once or twice just to clean stuff from when I first moved in, but other than that, pretty basic. And then you have your shower, so it's technically its own full bathroom and not like a 0.5 bathroom. So it's cool just to have the option that it's down here, even though I don't really use it. So yeah, pretty nice basement, fully finished. Well, I guess partially finished, or I don't know what you would call it. I call it fully finished, even though over there it's not finished, but I like it. So could throw like a couch down here and like a TV or something, but I really got to get the TV for the upstairs going before I even consider the TV for the downstairs and all that. Yeah, I can feel it very hot up here compared to down here. So let's go outside now. We can go out the front door, I think. Actually, let me grab a quick drink because I am thirsty. 20 minutes. Let's try and wrap this up in like 5 minutes. That's the good stuff right there. Okay. Yeah, it is very hot outside. Brutal. 95 and sunny. Don't want to be out here for too long. So, family visited yesterday. Gifted me a hose, which is nice, and gifted me this lilac bush that my little brother planted. So, apparently it's going to grow, if you can see that, to be this big, like, beautiful purple thing eventually, which is nice. So, that'll be fun. Just got to water it, I think, for the time being. I want to do a lot of gardening and getting this all better with some plants. I was doing some weeding earlier today out in the hot sun, just a little bit for like 5 minutes, and then I got too sweaty, so remove those weeds from like this area here. But yeah, like this is really overgrown, and I trimmed this back too. This was kind of sticking out. There's some kid over there screaming. Oh my goodness, that bird is on some eggs. I didn't even know that. Do you see it? There's a bird in there sticking his beak up for food. That is a really weird place for a bird to just like sit there. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna go that way then. Dude, I'm gonna have to mow over there. I hope he leaves soon. But anyways, here's the outside of the house. Very beautiful. Yeah, really happy with the house, honestly. The house is, I can't remember if I said it, but I'll say it again. It's 1.3K square foot. It's a 1/4 acre lot. And I got the house for $298K. The asking price was $275K. But with the way the market is, I wanted to go over asking to ensure I got it, because it's a very nice house and I liked the area and I liked the house, and the distance to work is only like 20 minutes. So everything was really good about it. So I went well over asking, and luckily it appraised for like $300, I think. So technically I have an extra $2,000 in equity. So I got very lucky, and interest rate is 6.5%, which I'm also very happy about, because I know some people who got like over 7% like a year ago. So interest rates have come down a little bit, still very high considering 2 years ago it was at like 3%, or sometimes some people even got lower than 3%, but can't complain when some people are over 7% right now. So let's move back to the backyard. A lot of this is overgrown. These I just realized were roses technically, which is very cool. My family pointed that out to me when they visited yesterday, so that's awesome. This shed is mine. Property line is right on those fence posts right over there. This is where I sit and have a cigar every weekend, right in this chair. This is a little Smoky Joe for grilling, which I'll do eventually. And then I want to get out all of these kind of weeds and stuff and trim this back and maybe plant some better plants eventually, but definitely not top priority. Top priority is getting the other stuff like the couch and the TV inside first, but then I'll start doing some stuff to the outside. Got this bird feeder up right here, or it's a hummingbird feeder, so there's some like sugar water in there, and then I'm not gonna go all the way over there, but that's my property too, so might do some stuff with that in terms of like planting things and getting rid of a bunch of those weeds. And then along that fence there's like hostas and stuff there, so might make that look a little nicer. And then behind the shed too, there's some stuff I want to like remove. So definitely some nice projects that I want to do with the house. Like it's got a lot of good potential out here, like a decent amount of land and whatnot. So definitely some cool things that I want to get done with the house eventually. And then that door just looks really crooked and ugly. So I'll get that probably replaced or something eventually as well. Definitely not high on my priority list right now, but yeah, just beautiful with all the trees everywhere, and especially right now with like the wind blowing. It's just awesome to sit out here on a nice day and just like, you know, relax, drink some water, smoke a cigar. It's pretty beautiful. Very lucky to have this house. So very happy so far. So let's go back into the garage. I think that's about the last thing to take a look at. It's the car, the Mazda 3, and then just some, I don't know, stuff here. Charcoal thing, some weed killer, then my electric lawnmower, electric weed whacker, Ryobi, and some gardening tools that I recently bought for gardening in the back there. So it's a 2-car garage. It's kind of a small 2-car garage. Like a Mazda 3 is a very small car, so there's not much room to even fit another car, but technically you could. So right now, I only have 1 car, so it doesn't matter to me. So I'm just using this for like the Ryobi and some garbage cans, recycling can, all that right here. And then I could use the shed out there, but honestly, I don't even really need to. I just keep it in my garage since I have the space for it. But eventually, if I wanted to, I could definitely put this like in the shed if I wanted to. So I think that is about everything. Maybe the next update, hopefully I'll have like a lot more done with the house and like gardening and all that, so it'll look a lot better. We can see that bird one more time. Yep, he's back, or she is it's probably a she, back on the babies there. That's such a weird place to just have your nest. Shouldn't they do it like in a tree or something so that there's not like predators that eat it? But I don't know. I'm not a bird. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to go over. I hope I didn't miss anything, but yeah, super happy with the house, and whenever I upload next time, happy to give another update of where things stand.